Hello, everyone. This is Elaine Woodcombs, teacher realtor here in Southern California. Today, I would like to share with you something that is very personal. Did you know that we each have a guardian angel? I I didn't I guess this came back to me from 2025 from a spiritual warfare conference, and one of the guest speakers said that question. He said, "Did you know that each of us have a guardian angel and get to know them?" And because of that, that kind of made me wonder who is my guardian angel. So as I reflected, I then realized that I had a guardian angel been with me all along through my dreams. So this happened many years ago in my 20s. And I dreamt of this little girl. She dressed in a pure snow white dress, a long dress, and she came from a land of peace. So somehow one day she came into another world, and in this world there were adults dressed in a off-white robes, and they each have a sword, a big long sword to fight against the people who dressed in black. So when this girl, she came from a land of peace, coming to this world, she was like, surprised, or she kind of like afraid, because she never seen sword in her world. So one of the adult came to her and said, "This is a game, but you can die for real. But don't worry, when you see the adults fight, just sit down and, you know, as long as you sit down, they cannot hurt you." However, he gave her a little dagger, just for protection, just in case, he said. And then one day, one of the men in white uh, saw in a crystal ball. In that crystal ball is kind of like foretold of somebody in the lady in their team is in trouble. So they rode on horseback to that lady. They went on horseback, and it's a group, about a small handful of people dressed in white, about 5 to 7 of them. And they came to that lady who was foretold to be in trouble. So as they approached that lady, they saw a big, huge army of the people dressed in black approaching. So the leader of the white group said, "We are outnumbered. Everyone, just sit down and let them pass." So everyone sat down. Meanwhile, the lady who was foretold to be in trouble, there was another lady who was dressed in black, approached her, and she insulted her, mocked her, made her so angry that she couldn't stand, and she stood up and she fight against that lady dressed in black. And so the other people also stood up to help her because, her against the whole black army, there's no way she stand a chance. So these few handful of, fighters dressed in white, they are strong fighters, but they were weakened by the huge army dressed in black. So the little girl was sitting and watching and noticed that the lady dressed in white is about to be stabbed. So when the lady dressed in black was about to stab the lady in white, this little girl stood up and took her little dagger and stabbed the lady in black. And then she wiped up, she just, from that little small dagger, she literally, we wiped out almost the whole entire army. So then the leader from the dark side asked, "Who is this powerful little girl? I've never seen anyone fight like her. What is her name?" Then the man who stood next to the leader in black replied, "Her name is Love." And that's when I woke up from my dream. This happened many years ago. And for a period of time, for multiple years, I forgot about this dream until one day in 2025, year 2025, that's when I had lost the job that was so passionate to me. Because that was, teaching is is so dear to my heart. It's my first initial passion. And I also lost a relationship that I thought would lead to marriage. So it was a double heartbreak. And I was so heartbroken. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. And, you know, and because of that, years later, I got an opportunity to meet my guardian angel through a second dream, which I will share with you on my next video. Meanwhile, I would like you to reflect and think about who is your guardian angel. And if you figure it out or you know who your guardian angel, please feel free to share with me. I would love to hear your story. Please like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. Thank you and God bless.